if he agrees with the agents, with the political party agents, right? If you move from there, you go to local government collation center. Whatever has escaped the first one can still be attended to at that point. From there to state, from there to national, which is where you have now. Now, when you are collating at the National Collation Center, is it not the responsible and reasonable thing to do will be to document the facts that you have collated from the polling units where you already have results? Is that not the right thing to do?
It's a very intelligent question. As always, Benga, you are spot on. Now, let's look at it this way. I still take us back to the issue of the law that guides the process. I am not particularly competent to elucidate on matters of the law when I have two eminent professors of law seated here. So from a layman's position, I can tell you that we have a situation in which the law that regulates, that guides the political or the election process from the ballot box, when the votes, must have been casted and counted, they will be loaded onto the machine, and there will be a picture of the same, paper, the form. I can't remember the form, but for those from EC8, yeah, okay. All the agents will sign, and then you will take it on a PDF format. The same machine transmits that picture of the results at the polling unit to that's expected to go on the machine, on the Beaver's machine, and send it straight, directly, real time to INEC portal.
Yeah.
Now,
because we are going to go on Zoom, so yes. I'll just put you on hold.
Yes.
And when I come back, please have at the back of your mind, if that result is not transmitted, but your agent has it.
Yes.
Has it changed anything other than the fact that the law or the process has not been complied with?
Absolutely.
Good. Let's join Chibuzo Okeze. He's a man who is covering the election for us in Anambra State. He's at the collation center that should be in Oka now.
Right now, collation has been concluded here in Oka. The collation actually started a bit late today, not as early as it used to, but just on one local government which was remaining, which was supposed to be Agbaro local government, because the local government was situated along the riverine area of Anambra State. So this morning, when collation commenced, there were one or two difficulties. When the returning officer was asked why she took so much time, she said transportation issues, bringing herself from the area to this place. That was the issues she was facing. But so far, collation has been concluded here. The chief collating officer, Professor Nena Oti, the vice chancellor from of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, has this concluded and then said that she has to head into Abuja to be able to present her result. So far, the process has been ongoing for 4 days now. Yeah, it's for 4 days. I mean, the collating process has started for 4 days. The first day was, they concluded with 2 because most of the returning officers were not around. The second day, they had to go conclude with 18 local governments, and while they were waiting for the remaining, bringing it to a total of 20, and then today they concluded. So far, the process here has been fair. Security issues around this area has been calm. Of course, the security operatives that are deployed here kept everywhere under control. And then, the thought about Anambra being a hot zone, as it were. We're waiting for just one local government to one local government area, Agbaro local government.
Okay, so the other level of the election, that's the National Assembly level. Has the winners been declared now for the 3 senatorial seats, and I think Anambra has 6 federal House of Reps seats. I'm not so sure about that now. Has that all of that been declared? And Anambra people now know who their senators in the 10th Senate will be, and the members in the House of Reps in the 10th House of Reps as well.
Okay, so far, all we know is that the result hasn't been concluded yet for Senate and then as House of Reps, as they said it's ongoing at Anambra South. One of our reporters there said the process is still ongoing, and then the result hasn't been brought in yet. So INEC right now hasn't declared any information on as to whether they've concluded with it or not. So we are still waiting to get more information as to whether they've concluded or not.
All right, I think that's about it. You said the Anambra is peaceful, even as people are getting snippets of results of the election. They are still peaceful.
Yes, the only place we heard that there was a little issue about the voting process was Iyala but I mean the presidential election, during the presidential election, a few people said that the area was calm, but just a few places where they had a little hiccups. But the other parts I visited, yesterday I got an intel that there was a little distortion around Ilewi North. I went there to check the situation around. When I spoke to security officials, they said that everything has been under control, that there has been nothing. You know, sometimes this it could just be that the rumors flying around because of the fact of that Anambra has always been a hot zone. But so far, all the places that I visited and checked out in terms of security were actually very peaceful and calm.
All right, Chibuzo, as usual, we'll tell you, do try and stay safe. Thank you so much, Chibuzo. Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Salim.
Yes.
I think I asked the question before.
Yes.
We went to Oka.
Can you oblige me with the question again?
It's about the number of agents deployed, yes, and the fact that even right now, any party that is complaining should have in its custody the polling unit results, which is the primary evidence that you need to articulate any case.
Absolutely.
And that it is when you allow that process to get to that stage that you can get fair here.
Absolutely. It's not a kind of cherry picking of making calls on that. What we say in the PDP is that, I've said it again, I don't want to be seen to be repeating it. When you take it at the level of the polling unit, everybody has, their own, all the agents have their own papers that must be seen to correspond and to, have the same 90 to 100,000. And we have asked our legal secretaries in the states to make sure that they get to our agents and collect all these documents. Now, it is because of this robust exercise that our situation room, conducted or is conducting, that we've been able to detect some of these infractions. For instance, in Lagos, I can tell you this, our situation room has detected that Labour Party, for instance, won over 936,000. And I have I made some footnotes before coming in here in anticipation that, these questions might come up. In Lagos, our situation room record shows that Labour Party has 983,069. PDP yes, has 101,039 votes. APC has 155,401 votes, and the NNPP has 7,551. This is from our own situation
analysis
of the happenings in Lagos. Now, if we are presenting these facts, and we will present them before INEC,
yes,
it will be seen to be, someone will say it's an exercise in futility. After all, we are not winning.
Why is it? Okay,
You
I
get it. But credibility issue here
should
matters a lot.
Parties, yeah.
And we're talking about the country, and we're talking about the political process, and we're talking about the election process, and we're talking about getting results that will stand the test of time, that is credible, acceptable to everybody. So we are coming up with these figures, and they extrapolate across the national political canvas. I can tell you that. I have gotten a mail, not stand the test of time. That is why the PDP is maintaining, as you must have seen from the press conference that was held a while ago, which justice will be served to make sure that these issues are addressed comprehensively, are addressed in a manner that is in accordance with the law, and as a law-abiding party, we will make sure that we will leave no stone unturned.
Do you believe, Dr. Saliu, that the Electoral Act has provided for a space to address all of this? You see, because unlike before, when immediately after election, results are declared, results are announced, and returns are made, the electoral umpire then tells whoever is dissatisfied to go to court. That is not what we have now. What we have now is that after election has held, before a return is made, there's a collation process. And that collation process is rigorous. That collation process, unlike before, the collation process you have now allows people to make claims and objections. And INEC then sees as a court of first instance. I'm using that loosely. INEC asks the collation of the returning officer acts as the court of first instance to listen to this argument and acts on them.
I think that's
the point I'm making.
Yes. What is your polling budget to the
exactly to get to that point?
Before we get to this point.
The point of the...
If they had all
evidence that you're talking about,
why didn't they do it at those points?
Or why didn't you do it?
Yes. Why did you do it?
And my dear sister Nancy, we all relied on the much talked about integrity .
The Nigeria Police Force condemned those threats and those behind it in its entirety, without reservation. It is condemnable that what hitherto has played out on social media is now translating to real life, and it is affecting the whole of our national interests. It is ridiculous to say the professor kept us waiting for 2-3 hours, when in actual fact, his own life is under threat. None of your lives are being threatened. And if he did not turn up at all, there is no court you will charge him to. Because self-preservation is the first law of nature. If he doesn't feel safe, he won't turn up. And what is anyone going to do about it? And from the brief he gave, he mentioned a particular political party, posting his picture and urging his members worldwide to assail his lines and rob him of his peace of mind. This is uncivilized. Things are not done that way. And whoever is behind it will have his or her day in court. I want to request the professor to kindly submit a written complaint to this effect to the Commissioner of Police, Rivers State. Investigation will be launched, and those behind it will be brought to book. I give you my word on that, sir. And while your assignments continue, the Nigeria Police Force guarantees your safety. we will provide adequate security for your movement. We will provide adequate security for your residence. And whoever is stupid enough to attempt anything will pay with their lives. I give you my word. If you wish, try us. That is my word to those behind this blackmail and threats. They have displayed irresponsible ignorance in blaming the professor for non-functioning of beavers. Do they really know how the system works? And I want to request the professor not to be discouraged and not to be deterred in his commitment to national service. Nationalists before you have faced similar travails, and now you are counted among the legends for putting your life on the line in the service of your country. We salute your courage. We want to request, sir, that in the interest of the nation, you complete this process, because if you don't, the national coalition will be held up. And it can spin the entire presidential election itself into jeopardy. It is on this note, sir, that I plead that you kindly complete this process while we guarantee your safety, even after the whole election is over. I urge you kindly reconsider, sir.
Any further comments? Good morning, everyone. My name is Omangma Hari, Chairman, I'm Coalition Officer for Young Progressive Party, and also the Secretary of Rivers State Interparty Advisory Council. As political party leaders, sir, we condemn in totality the threat to your life. We've been in this hall with you for the past 3 days, and we can attest, one, to your simplicity and the way you handle matter. You have been so neutral in all of this. But far, we want to, whilst we condemn the